Today we're looking at Magic the Gathering cards. They're making babies! They're making babies on the battlefield. I'm going to start off with Awakening Zone. This is a green 2 generic enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token. It has sacrifice this creature, add a colorless to your mana pool. Basically gives you, I don't know, basically gives you a lotus petal every single turn. So this show is going to be devoted to permanents that create creatures. It can be ETBs, would lean towards activated abilities or anything that triggers upon the upkeep, or even at end step, or triggers upon something else. Let's go with, Abzo's Adeline. This is a pretty slightly hot card. Although, I suppose, in spirit, it doesn't... Adeline is bringing soldiers, not actual babies. How's everyone feeling about today? Poor Thragtusk. We'll talk about that one. That's like it's when the father dies and the baby has to fend for itself, or mother. I don't know. Adeline, Resplendent Cathar, a 4-mana star for human knight with vigilance. Adeline's power is equal to the number of creatures you control, but whenever you attack, for each opponent, create a 1/1 white human creature token that's tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker they control. Adeline getting very, very busy, of course. Okay, let's do Thragtusk. This is almost sad if you give it in the context of like making children. 5 mana for a 5/3, and as the battlefield, you gain 5 life. But when Thragtusk leaves the battlefield, like a deadbeat dad, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. Where's your daddy, 3/3 green beast creature token? Where are you? Where's your daddy? Daddy left, unfortunately. Next up, let's go with Matrix Turbine. Oh yeah. Sorry, this is called Mirror Matrix. Let's go to the Mirror Matrix. Not to be confused with the actual Matrix. Okay, we have a 5-mana artifact. It's indestructible. All mirrors get +1/+1, but for 5 mana, put a 1/1 mirror artifact creature token into play. It's almost like they're manufacturing these things. Okay, now next up, I think this card is underrated for the mirror decks, overrated for all the other decks. And who's going to join the mirrors? Then the Mirror Battlesphere from Abzo. When it enters the battlefield, create 4 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature tokens. And when the Mirror Battlesphere attacks, you can tap X, untap mirrors you control, and if you do, this creature deals +X/+0 until end of turn, and deals X damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. Those when babies attack. Look, I guess we should have a debate. Who would win? 1 human or 1,000 babies? Baby battle spheres. Magnum Opus. Breeding Pit. Actually on flavor for the show. One of my favorite arts from the 90s. Okay, it's a 4-mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, sack Breeding Pit unless you pay double black. You gotta pay. You gotta pay to be breeding around here. It ain't free. And at the beginning of your end step, put a 0/1 black Thrall creature token onto the battlefield. We're making baby Thralls around here. Wasn't Thralls like one of the most more useless creature types out there? You had to put a lot of work to get them into play, and then a lot of work to sacrifice them for something. Okay, we got Corey's like, I love Breeding Pits from the Fallen Empires. That was the old. Ugh! What are they breeding down there? Crazy stuff. Okay, Jess usually doesn't suggest cards. Today, decide to change a leaf. The Tender Wild Guide. Oh, it's cute. It's a possum. 2 mana for a 2/2. Oh, it literally has offspring. So technically, I think a lot of cards would a lot. This is like an honorary Bloomborough show. Tap, add 1 mana of any color, and also tap, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature to help breed more breed more Tender Wild Guides. Next, we got Lesthian with Arden the Usurper. Arden the Usurper. What's an Usurper? Someone with class, apparently. 8 mana for a 4/4 Elder Human Noble. Now, demons you control have Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. It's got Star Scourge, though. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target creature card from a graveyard. If you exile a card this way, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 5/5 black demon. We are literally bringing this thing back from the dead. This is not, technically not baby making. It's resurrection. This is beyond baby. Little Dead Fly with the super chat. Thanks so much for your super chat, Little Dead Fly. Urza's Factory. We're going to manufacture those creatures one way or another. It could be organically or it could be done artificially. Urza's Factory, an Urza land, tap, add a colorless, pay 7 tap, create a 2/2 colorless assembly worker artifact creature token. No lie, someone once played this against me in Modern, and I was like, that's not legal, is it? And I raised my hand, called the judge. They looked it up. Yeah, it's legal. I was mixing it up with Mishra's Factory, the lonely little tutu. It's so weird. It's an Urza's land. That doesn't make any sense either. Okay, Gillum, good old black market connections. You can find anything in the black market, including the freshly born. 3 mana enchantment at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase. Choose one. Create a treasure token. You lose a life. Draw a card. You lose 2 life. Create a 3/2 colorless shapeshifter creature token with changeling. You also lose 3 life off of that thing. You can get tons of changelings in the black market, and then it can be whatever you want. It can even be a dwarf for your dwarf deck. Akaya with the super chat. Thanks so much. Scoot Swarm. Oh god. Just crashed Arena with it. They probably should ban this card on Arena because of how often it probably crashes their servers. 3 mana 1/1 insect landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. And then if you control 6 or more lands, create a token that's a copy of Scoot Swarm instead. And of course, everyone that wants to play this card, they're not gonna settle for like 100 tokens. No, that would be stupid. They want to see how far they can take this thing, how many critters they can put on the battlefield. How much bandwidth can Arena hold before it breaks? Okay, next up, we're gonna go look at Daniel Wormcoil. Oh yeah, Wormcoil engine. This one has great value and creates siblings. Creates twins. They look just like it. 6 mana 6/6 worm, death touch lifelink. When it dies, create a 3/3 colorless worm artifact creature token with death touch and a 3/3 colorless worm artifact creature token with lifelink. Oh, the one with lifelink, it looks just like your mother. The one with death touch looks just like your father. By the way, where is the father? Where is the father with any of these token generator cards? Next up, we got Elixir with Hornet Queen. I hate Hornet Queen. It's just this wall of death touch. It's a wall of death touch as far as the eye can see. 7 mana 2/2 insect flying death touch, and when it enters the battlefield, create 4 1/1 green insect creature tokens with flying and death touch. And let me tell you, if you kill the Hornet Queen, the rest of those stupid death touchers, they remain. Not that if you kill the queen bee, or no, sorry, it's a hornet. Actually, I don't know how the hornets work. But usually, if you kill the queen bee, they're gonna work to make a new queen bee. Next up, let's take a look at... Will Anderson says, do you look at Carrion yet? I would be genuinely surprised if this card is ever efficient. Well, you know what? I've never heard of it, so probably it isn't efficient. A 3 mana instant, sack a creature, put into play a number of maggot tokens equal to the sacrifice creature's power. Treat these tokens as 0/1 creatures. Actually disqualified. It's got to be permanents that make permanents. This is an instant that makes tokens. So disqualification. Steve Cooper with the super chat. Prosperous Bandit. Oh, you want 2 cards and then two donos for chat. Oh, look at that! It's a raccoon. I can see the resemblance. In fact, it looks like you. It's just you and a magic card. 3 mana 2/2 Raccoon Rogue, offspring of 1, first strike. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create that many tapped treasure tokens. Interesting. So you can make extra creatures. You can also make extra treasures. What does that mean? Did we steal their stuff? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Wanted. Dead or alive, prosperous bandit, and it's bandit gang of some sort. Okay, you have 2 super chats, and I'll get back to your other super chat later. But we're gonna go to your donos. We'll give one to William. Thank you very much, William. Bitter Blossom, worst token generator in the world, says me. Everyone knows my take on Bitter Blossom. It's terrible. For 2 mana, you don't get anything immediately. Then you have to pay 1 life to get a 1/1 flying rogue. It's gonna kill you, okay? It's gonna kill you. Like it's killed all my opponents. Well, the price isn't even coming down all that much, but it's still high. It's pretty high up there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my favorite to play against. I don't know if a Bitter Blossom... Rarely a Bitter Blossom player has killed me. It doesn't happen often. Toads, you can have the other super chat. What the hell is this? Snake basket? Gotta slow down, Toads. Slow down. It's not a race. It's a 4-mana artifact. Pay X. Sacrifice Snake Basket. Put X 1/1 green Cobra creature tokens into play. Play this ability only if you're allowed to play a sorcery. Of course I'm allowed to play a sorcery. So they're just breeding in that basket. Crazy stuff. Next up, we got Felipe with Nuisance Engine. Nuisance Engine, a 3-mana artifact. Pay 2, tap, put a 0/1 colorless pest artifact creature token onto the battlefield. Do pests have any synergy with any card in the game at all? Anything? Anybody? I think nothing. I don't know what a pest is for except to block something else. To be like, you know, quote unquote, a pest to somebody. Okay, we got Marcio Toxrill, the Corrosive. Ooh, this be making babies. You can sort of see him in the image. 7 mana for a 7/7 slug horror. At the beginning of each end step, put a slime counter on each creature you don't control. Creatures you don't control get -1/-1 for each slime counter on them. Now, whenever a creature you don't control with a slime counter on it dies, create a 1/1 black slug creature token. And also for 2 mana, sack a slug. We sold our... We literally ate our slug. R.I.P. to the slugs out there. Toxo the Corrosive. Also very toxic to the family. Anyway, draw a card off of it. I think Strixhaven has pest synergy. We think, but we don't know. Okay, Corey, Spiny Starfish. Babies through regeneration. Really? 3 mana for a 0/1, pay a blue, regenerate the Spiny Starfish. At the beginning of the end step, if Spiny Starfish regenerated, put a 0/1 blue Starfish creature token onto the battlefield for each time it regenerated this turn. This is a head scratcher. Does this have flavor at all? So if like, is this like a molting thing? Like divide? I mean, I don't know how the sea works. Apparently, we know less about the sea than we know about space, and I believe it. If you go far enough down into the deep ocean, you'll see things that you'll never see again because you won't be coming back. Okay, next up, we've got a super chat coming from Matthew Green. Has something to say off topic. Off topic, but to answer your question from earlier, an usurper is someone who takes a position of power or importance illegally or by force. Aha! Like every cartoon villain. Starfish are knowledgeable to regenerate limbs. Yeah, but that doesn't make another creature. It's spawning itself into duplicates. Okay, Evan, you can have the super chat. Darksteel Splicer. We need to bring a lot of these creatures on the Mori show, if anyone's familiar with Mori. They do DNA tests to see if they're the father. 7 mana, 1/1 Phyrexian Artificer. Whenever Darksteel Splicer or another non-token Phyrexian enters the battlefield under your control, create X 3/3 colorless Phyrexian Golem artifact creature tokens, where X is the number of opponents you have. Golems you control have indestructible. It's a good mommy. I think a very good mommy, very protective of the children. Starfish can make new starfish by regeneration. Okay, I have to believe in the lore. Just believe in the lore. DLA with Brimaz. King of the Oreskos, of Oreskos. 3 mana, 3/4 vigilance. When it attacks, you get a 1/1 cat soldier, also with vigilance and attacking. When it blocks, also put a 1/1 white cat soldier creature token with vigilance, also blocking. A little sad for that cat creature. All right, send you out to die over there. It's more likely the baby will be killed before Brimaz gets killed. Very evil of you, Brimaz. Very evil. John with Endrick Sar. Master breeder? What? We have a master breeder in this game? Breeding by what means? Okay, we have a 5 mana 2/2 human wizard. Whenever you cast a creature spell, create X 1/1 black Thrall creature tokens, where X is that spell's mana value. When you control 7 or more Thralls, sacrifice Endrick Sar Master Breeder. What's with this? What's with the needle? Is that a breeding needle? Yeah, exactly. The Master Breeder sounds like the name of some sort of video on a speculative or sketchy website. Okay, next up, we'll go with Bell's Squirrel Nest. A lot of people want cards. We're gonna get everybody's cards today. Everyone gonna get a card today. 3 mana Squirrel Nest. I love baby squirrels. This one's for you toads as well. Enchant the land, tap, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. And if you can untap that land, it's all good stuff from there. Next super chat from Elixir. That we've got the Nesting Dragon. Squirrels are super busy. I think they have nothing to do except bang and then collect nuts. Bang, collect nuts. Bang, collect nuts. That's the life of a squirrel. Doesn't sound too bad. 5 mana dragon. This is a 5/4 flyer. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 0/2 red dragon egg creature token with defender. And when this token dies, create a 2/2 red dragon creature token with flying and pay a red. This token gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Okay, do dragons reproduce asexually? And if that that is the only thing that makes sense to me. If not, the intercourse must be really hot because they're just blowing a bunch of fire at each other. Oh, we need the pop-up on chat. Yeah, we need all those great ideas. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Thanks for letting me know, chat. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, next up, we got Benjamin with Tetravus. The dragons aren't like starfish, where they're going to regenerate and make a new one. And in response to the squirrels, Matthew Green says, collecting nuts and banging sounds like the same thing in certain parts of the interwebs. Okay, 6 mana, 1/1 construct, Tetravus. Flying. Enter the battlefield with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, you can remove any number of counters, and if you do, put that many 1/1 colorless Tetravite artifact creature tokens onto the battlefield. They have flying, and this creature can be enchanted. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile any number of tokens, put it on the battlefield with Tetravus. If you do, put that many +1/+1 counters on Tetravus. This is weird. It's like making babies to eat, so they can make more babies later. Beanpot with Staying. It's sort of looks like who's that guy from the Avengers? Why am I blanking on this guy's name? Thanos. It's Thanos. In I don't know, a younger Thanos. Okay, it's a 6 mana 3/4 human warrior. When Stang enters the battlefield, create a legendary 3/4 red and green human warrior creature token named Stang Twin. Thanos has a twin. Exile that token when Stang leaves the battlefield. Sacrifice Stang when that token leaves the battlefield. Snapped its fingers and it's gone too. You think this is Nick Fury? Hold on, where was that comment? You think this is Nick Fury? The beard looks a bit... Well, okay, I guess there is a beard here. You know, I was just considering that it's just part of the face. It's... It has a very similar... It has a very dark red. Similar complexion. Okay, Summer Mermaid Star. Here comes that many Offspring cards in the stream. Start with... You're not starting, you're continuing. Steelbird Champion. Don't forget to look up its token also. You mean this thing? It's cute! Okay, it's a 3-mana 1/1. Offspring of 2. So Vigilance, whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And of course, we have another super chat from Steve Cooper. Steve Cooper donated too. The Rust Shield Rampager. Four mana 4/4, also with Offspring, also a raccoon. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. I know I feel bad for Steve Cooper because probably Steve was waiting decades for a raccoon set. Here it is. And how many more decades do we have to wait till we go back? It was a pretty popular set, I hear. So maybe we will go back, like how we go back to... We keep going back to Ravnica and Zendikar millions of times, so... Just got to show enough support for these cards. David Hauer, Dog Walker. Also, raccoons also have nothing better to do except they're like this. Okay, hold on. Getting back to the raccoons, they're also similar to squirrels, except they only bang and collect garbage. They're rummaging. They have better taste for our leftovers. 2 mana for a 3/1 human citizen with vigilance and disguise for 2 mana. And when Dog Walker is turned face up, create 2 tap 1/1 white dog creature tokens. Adoption. Adopting babies. Felicia with Arebo, the First Fang. 3 mana 2/2. Other cats get +1/+1, and whenever Arebo or another non-token cat you control enters, create a 1/1 white cat creature token. What is that implying? It's like, okay, for each female feline, we're gonna make at least 1 baby out of it. I think that's how it works, right? In the jungle, there's like 1 male, and there's like 1 billion females. Sounds like a nice life. Nice life. Or I don't know how many males there are in part of a pact. I'll just say they're very lucky in the what's it called? Not the Mushroom King, the Animal Kingdom. Okay, we have a lot of people that want cards. Let's go to Cliff with Nadir Kraken. Let's speed run this. We have 3 mana 2/3 Kraken. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Nadir Kraken and create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token. How do octopus breed? And do they get stuck to each other? I can totally see that. They're like super tangled, and maybe the suction cups suction to the other squiddy suction cups. It's a weird thing to think about. Okay, William wants Dragon Broodmaster. It's pretty this is a popular show. Dragon Brood Mother. The mother of the dragons. Too much information, bro. Yes. Yeah, super suction. Okay, we have 6 mana for a 4/4 dragon flying. At the beginning of each upkeep, put a 1/1 red and green dragon creature token with flying and devour 2 into play. Oh wow, we're making dragons. We're making tons of tiny little baby dragons. They're gonna learn to fly. They're also gonna learn to attack immediately. I'm not gonna Google octopus mating. Oh, we all know you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it with what's it called? In that inconspicuous mode. Matthew Green. Marnius Calgar. Where's your helmet? I always find images of this so stupid. You know, they've got this big mecha armor and then nothing protecting their head, which by the way is the most important part of their body. Okay, it's a 5 mana 3/5 Astartes Warrior double strike Master Tactician. Whenever 1 or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Chapter Master. For 6 mana, create 2 2/2 white Astarte Warrior creature tokens with vigilance. Lewis with okay, Edgar is Edgar gonna count? Because it needs to be a permanent in play. Edgar. Whenever you cast a vampire spell, if Edgar Markov is in the command zone or on the battlefield, Create a 1/1 black vampire creature token. I also think that ability is broken. First strike and haste, and whenever Edgar Markov attacks, you put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire you control. Do vampires give birth, or is that like, is it over? Like, what's going on in their circulatory system? Is the blood flowing? I don't know what goes on with vampires after they're technically, like, they're undead, right? Like, they're technically dead to some degree. Velation, Fisher's Talent. 4 mana for a class. Come to class, children. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You can reveal a land card. So you may reveal a land card. Create a 1/1 blue fish creature token. If you revealed it this way, then draw a card. Level 2 for 2 mana. If you would create a fish token, create a 3/3 blue shark instead. And for 4 mana, for level 3, if you would create a shark token, create an 8/8 blue octopus creature token instead. We're moving up the social ladder. First we were dating fish and making fish, then we were dating sharks, then we're dating blue octopuses. Dinglebag, Voice of Resurgence. This is another deadbeat dad. Dies, leaves the children behind. 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever an opponent... Oh no, this is different. I forgot. Okay, whenever an opponent casts a spell during your turn, or when Voice of Resurgence dies, create a green and white elemental creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. Greater in numbers. More power comes more... With more responsibility... I should say, with more responsibility comes more power. Great responsibility comes great power. Not the other way around in this case. Next, we've got Chest of Treasure, Living Hive. 8 mana, 6/6 Trampler. When it deals combat damage to a player, put that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens onto the battlefield. Elixir! Wart. Is it that villain from Mario 2? There's a lot of warts. The... Raid Mother. Oh my god, there's so many warts. There we go. 6 mana for a 3/3. Enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 red and green goblin warrior creature tokens. Oh, the lore, the breeding lore to the goblins are just disgusting. They clearly make the goblins and then fling them like they're ammunition. Each red and green instant and sorcery spell you cast has Conspire. As you cast the spell, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control that share a color. If you do, copy it. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Hexanort. Mech Titan Core. Doesn't this just make a robot? 2 mana, 2/4. Pay 5. Exile it and 4 other artifact creatures and or vehicles to create a Mech Titan Legendary 10/10 construct. Artifact creature token with flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink, haste. That's all colors. When the token leaves the battlefield, return all cards exiled with Mech Titan Core, except Mech Titan Core, to the battlefield tapped under their owner's control. So you can crit for 2. A 10/10 construct. They grow up so fast, don't they? Spellstutter. How about Collar of the Claw? We did Hornet Queen. Collar of the Claw is a 3 mana 2/2 elf flash. When Collar of the Claw enters the battlefield, put a 2/2 green bear creature token onto the battlefield. For each non-token creature put into your graveyard from the battlefield this turn. Oh, so we're just replacing them. Funny. And interesting. Kano. Basking Brood Scale. For them Eldrazi. Yeah, them Eldrazi babies. You never know. They could grow up to be Emrakul one day. 2 mana for a 2/2 Devoid. 2 mana adapt for 1. Sorry, adapt 1. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Basking Brood-Scale, you may create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token with sack this creature, add a colorless. We're going to look at more baby makers in Magic the Gathering, but we got to take a little break to thank our sponsors, or my Lord and Savior, FusionGamingOnline.com. Get all your token generators and all baby makers from FusionGamingOnline.com, especially from Final Fantasy. They got, I actually don't know what baby makers they got at Final Fantasy, but they got some good stuff over there. Not to mention, you know, Standard recently got completely shook up. All the decks got banned. If you're a fan of Standard, well, you got to buy a new deck. Where are you going to get it from? Get it from FusionGamingOnline.com. Also, 15% off all Lorcana sealed product. And don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off everything you would put in, well, all cards and sealed product you put in checkout. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Play any deck, any format you want. I'm playing Legacy right now, and you know what? There's a lot of expensive cards. I have my eyes on City of Traders. Do I want to buy City of Traders before knowing if it works? No, I'm renting it first. Then I'll know exactly what to do with it. Then I'll know exactly if I should buy it later. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_OWS. Back to Babies R Us. Okay, we got actual Emrakul here. Mitotic Slime. 5 mana for a 4/4 ooze. When it dies, create 2/2/2 green ooze creature tokens. No, they're gonna grow up without a mother. They have, when this creature dies, create 2 1/1 green ooze creature tokens. Unbelievable. RIP mother. They'll be put in Child Protective Services, or they'll go to the orphanage. Okay, next up, we have the Damn Draws with Spring. Oh, Spring Heart Nantuko. This is Modern Horizons 3 card. 2 mana, 1/1. It's got Bestow for 2 mana. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1. And it is the most complicated landfall I have ever heard. Like, I had to read this 10 times to let it fully sink in. If a land enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay 2 mana. Now, if Springheart Nantuko is attached to a creature via the Bestow, if you do, create a token that's a copy of the creature. If you didn't create a token this way, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. So basically, yeah, anyway. It's complete complicated nonsense. You really have to play against it to know what it really does. Vito Axe says, when this creature dies, create a half ooze. When this creature dies, create a 1/4 ooze. That's how it really should be. Just like in the video games. Big boss gets shrunk up into smaller pieces until you squash it to nothing. Just a random age. Arasta. The Endless Web. Ooh, spiders. 4 mana for a 3/5 Spoodle. Reach. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/2 green spider creature token with Reach. I heard this baby spiders, don't they eat the mom sometimes as food? I don't know the lore of spiders, but it's a very complicated insect. GG, Master of the Hunt. Master of the Hunt brings creatures. 4 mana for a 2/2. For 4 mana, put a Wolves of the Hunt token into play. It's a 1/1 creature. It's terrible. With the ability bands with other Wolves of the Hunt. Still terrible. A giant Pop-Tart with Mary, Warden of Isengard. Sounds very Lord of the Rings like. 3 mana, 1/4. It's a Halfling Advisor. Partner with Pippin, Warden of Isengard. Now, whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink. This ability triggers only once each turn. Because those hobbits, they need to take a break, all right? They work hard, but they like to play hard as well. Spiders are not insects? Wait, what? Because they're arachnids or something? Okay, get it. Can I call it a bug? Is that fine? Yeah, I'm sure some I triggered some spider masters out there. Is it fair to call a spider a bug? It's like not all bugs are insects. I'm definitely gonna call it a bug. Nolan is like, did I read the title correctly? Yes, you have read the title correctly. Trisaru, Wildfire Awakener. Oh, this is a creature with an X. It looks AI generated. It's a 3/2 with X and it has Convoke. When Wildfire Awakener enters the battlefield, create X 1/1 red elemental creature tokens with whenever this creature becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to target player. This does not feel like a real card. Not even in the slightest. Hedgeman. I remember the length of the animation of it in Final Fantasy VII. Summon Knights of the Round. Summon... I guess it being 5-chapter saga kind of makes it lore accurate. Oh, yeah. We had a really big animation. I have seen it before. Okay, 8 mana for a 3/3. Chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. Create 3 2/2 white knight creature tokens. And Chapter 5. The ultimate end. Other creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Put an indestructible counter on them. Each token commits a crime. They grow up so fast. Okay, with Steve Cooper with another super chat. Also a dono. Zinnia. Valley's Voice. Everyone is pregnant. You mean pregnant? It's a 3 mana 1/3 flyer. The voice gets +X/+0, where X is the number of other creatures you control with base power and 1. Creature spells you cast have offspring of 2. Everyone gets to breed around here. It's one of life's mysteries. Okay, let's go Blackbird. You'll get a super chat with Shufus Sproutshire. This doesn't even look like a magic card. 3 mana 1/1 Saproling Trample. Whenever a Saproling you control deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green Saproling creature tokens. It almost it sort of has that AI art style, except it's like a little too clean. Or I don't know how to put it. Like there's more detail in the background than I would expect. More like Goofus. Whenever Sapling you control deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green Sapling creature tokens. All right, there. 3/3. Ovika. Enigma Goliath. Plus coat of arms and Phyrexian Swarms. We got Ovika. This is a 7 mana 6/6 Phyrexian Nightmare. Flying and ward 3. Pay 3 life. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create X 1/1 red Phyrexian Goblin creature tokens, where X is the mana value of that spell. They gain haste until end of turn. A fascinating Phyrexian. Actually makes babies like crazy, especially if you're comboing off. That's quite the combo. The Damn Draw says, oh, a Shroofus is a shroom plus doofus. I've never met one. Nolan. You mean Kiki Jiki? How does Kiki Jiki work? How does this make sense in the lore? We have 5 mana for a 2/2 haster. Create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary creature you control. That token has haste. Sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. Technically, every child is basically a clone of the parents. Technically, in a weird way. Mean Bruley with Deranged Hermit. 5 mana 1/1 Echo of 5. Don't worry about it. Enters the battlefield. Put 4 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens onto the battlefield. My magic cards bring all the squirrels to my yard, and squirrel creatures get +1/+1. Okay, Islarf, the illustrious Wanderglyph. 5 mana for a 2/2 with Ascend, and other artifact creatures you control get +2/+2 as long as you have the city's blessing. At the beginning of each upkeep, we can create a 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature token. I like it. These cards compound over time. It's each upkeep. That's actually insane. I'm not gonna say it's broken, but that's really, really good. Vtox, Twitching Doll. And Nedim says, Kiki Jiki is one of my favorites. Like, that's like one of the most staple cards in all of Magic the Gathering. All right, 2 mana, 2/2 Spooter Doll. It's a bug. Can I say it's a bug? No one confirmed that I can say, call a spider a bug. Add 1 mana of any color. Put a nest counter on Twitching Doll. Tap Sacrifice Twitching Doll. Create a 2/2 green spider creature token with reach for each counter on Twitching Doll. Activate only as a sorcery. Now it makes me wonder, why is a spider not an insect? Is it how they mate or something? Next. Oh boy. Progenitor Mimic. Does this count? Isn't this... Oh, this does make tokens. 6 mana. It may have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it has at the beginning of your upkeep, this creature isn't a token. Create a token that's a copy of this creature. Self-replication around there. Insects have 6 legs. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They have 8 legs. Well, what about centipedes? That's not an insect, or is that like a bug again? All insects have 6 legs. Oh, that's something new. Okay, spiders and scorpions have 8. I have never considered a scorpion did I ever consider scorpion an insect? I never thought about it. I didn't think about it. Insects have 6 legs, 3 body segments. Arachnids have 8 legs, 2 body segments. They're all bugs to me, I guess. Spiders became their own lineage 450 million years ago. And we still respect them to this day. Okay, you didn't get a card yet, Toilet Duck? Deb Thomas. Good old Debbie around here. Debbie, 4 mana for a 3 loyalty planeswalker. Whenever an employee enters the battlefield under your control, put a loyalty counter on Debbie. Okay, +1. Create a 1/1 red employee creature token. And -X. Employees and dogs you control get +X +0 until end of turn. What is going on with this card? She run a business or something? Okay, next up. David Sampson, the Pawn of Ulamog. Isn't this modeled after a real person? This one? I have no idea. Oh, Deborah Thomas Celebration card. Who is this based off of? I guess someone from Wizards of the Coast. Okay, Spawn Shard of Ulamog. 10 mana, 7/11. Eldrazi. I wonder if you can get a Slurpee there. Annihilator 1. And for 4 mana, put 2 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature tokens. And also, this is a Spawn Shire, or Spawn Sire. Spawning things. Might be the mother of all Eldrazi. And for 20, cast any number of Eldrazi cards you own from outside the game without paying their mana cost. Danger ability. Ability at danger. Oh, Deb was the former CEO of Hasbro. She was the boss. Okay, Indiana, Mongrel Pack. I don't remember who... I don't know who it was before Chris Cox. Mongrel Pack is a 4 mana 4/1. If Mongrel Pack is put into any graveyard from play during combat, put 4 Hound creature tokens into play. Treat these tokens as 1/1 green creatures. Nedim. Going with the baby theme. Please, Crib Swap. Does such a card exist? 3 mana. It's a Kindred Shapeshifter instant. Changeling. Exile target creature. Its controller creates a 1/1 colorless Shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. Oh my goodness. Technically should be disqualified, but because it's not a permanent, but I'm gonna make an exception here because it's so on theme for the show. Who else has not got a card yet? I think we're getting close to everybody. Nedim. Oh no, I got you, Ned. I just did that one, Nedim. Who doesn't have a card yet? We just did Mongrel Pack. Argentina with Sarcomancy. By the way, the NCY means no card yet. No one got a card yet. If you don't got a card, I want you to be part of the show. Everyone's going to be a part of the show today. It's a black enchantment. When Sarcomancy enters the battlefield, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. Now, at the beginning of your upkeep, if there are no zombies on the battlefield, deals 1 damage to you. Wow, that sucks. So it's basically a 1 mana 2/2. That's about it. Doesn't make a whole lot. It does not make a whole lot of babies, and the one that it made is dead. We've got... Who? I saw Anna here. There. The Jolly Balloon Man. Can we go one stream without bringing up the Jolly Balloon Man? 3 mana, 1/4, haste. Pay 1, tap. Create a token that's a copy of another target creature you control, except it's a 1/1 red balloon creature in addition to its other colors and types, and it has flying and haste. Sack it at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. Neon Gray, the Legion's Landing. White legendary enchantment. This card was pretty good once upon a time. Enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink, and when you attack with 3 or more creatures, transform the Legion's Landing into an amazing land that adds even more creatures. Tapped at a white or pay 3, tap, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. Okay, next up we got Alex Bruce, Helm of Caldra. Is that like the helmet? 3 mana equipment. Equip creature has first strike, trample, and haste. Pay 1. If you control equipment named Helm of Caldra, Sword of Caldra, and Shield of Caldra, put a 4/4 colorless avatar legend creature token named Caldra into play. It's like we're summoning a baby. Equip for 2. We shall summon this thing. Oh, Thomas with the Deeproot Pilgrimage. And you have to put work. You have to do work to get those babies. 2 mana enchantment. Whenever 1 or more non-token merfolk you control become tapped, create a 1/1 blue merfolk creature token with hexproof. Oh, Hornet's Nest. This is an annoying card to play against. Hornet? Is it Hornet Nest? Oh, yeah, it's probably Hornet Nest. You actually said so. Okay, 3 mana for a 0/2 insect. Defender. When this creature is dealt damage, create that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens with flying and death touch. Don't kick the nest around there. Don't do it. CJ with Offspring. Offspring's Revenge? What's going on here? Well, give me a second. I think I hear my cat, but I'm not sure. Gotta be part of the show. You gotta be part of the show. Oh, you're puking. Oh, damn it. Ah! Want my cat to be part of the show, but she puked everywhere. Now my foot has puke on it. It feels awful. Yeah, chubby meatball. And then I just put her down because I don't want to like show her to the camera and she's gonna puke all over everything. She loves to puke. Yeah, the pukey meatball. Okay, we have looked at this card. 5 mana enchantment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile target red, white, or black creature card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 1/1. It gains haste until end of turn. I love that. Gains haste until end of turn. It just can't have haste perpetually. I know, it's so nasty. Ugh. I'm partially grateful I'm not wearing socks right now. Partially grateful. Sheila with Rith the Awakener. Whoa, the Rith the Awakener got a glow up. The old picture sucked. I mean, that's what I thought it looked awful. Sorry, no offense, Carl. Sorry. I'm sure it was a great art for the time. But now this thing's wicked. Looks really dangerous. It's a 6/6 flyer. When it deals combat damage to a player, you can pay 3 mana, and then if you do choose a color, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token for each permanent of that color. What the hell does this thing have to do with saplings? So the puke is on your foot, yes. The wet stuff, at least. Ugh, might she have to puke? Next up, Bryce with Worldspine Worm. We got 11 mana for a 15/15 worm. And you know what happens to those worms when they die? It's like breaking them up in pieces. They basically turn into new creatures. Create 3 5/5 green worm creature tokens with trample. And when Worldspine Worm is put into the graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library. Gotta have that clause on there. Yeah, the barefoot puke. You want to see my puke? Is it that interactive of a stream? Oh, can I even see it myself? Can't really see it. It's drying up. The puke is drying up on my foot as we speak. Okay, next up. Okay, who has no card yet? A lot of people are waiting for their first. I said a different card, Pawn of Ulamog. Pawn of Ulamog. Oh, sorry. Oh! The other one worked too! 3 mana for a 2/2 Vampire Shaman. When the Pawn of Ulamog or another non-token creature you control dies, you can create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token. It has sacrifice this creature, add colorless to your mana pool. Funny stuff. Okay, hold on. The Jaded, Verdant Force. Remember rule number 1 of the internet, no free feet. You know, I think that only applies to women. It's not going to apply very much to men. I don't know who would pay for my feet. I think the market for my feet is 0, nothing. In fact, they'll pay me to not show my feet. Okay, we have a 8 mana 7/7 elemental. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. Yeah, +1 for Nika only fans. You know, it slightly crossed my mind to make one, only because, like, as a content creator, they have the smallest how do I put it? They have like the smallest fees for the content creators compared to anything else. They take so little. But I'm like, this is probably gonna advertise. People are not gonna know what I'm doing. It's like, heck, come here to support, you know, my live YouTube Magic the Gathering content on my Merfolk gameplay content. It looks so weird. You know, imagine some of you share a credit card with your spouse, and it's like, what's with this? You're subscribed to a Nikachu only fans. What's up with this? Well, that conversation isn't gonna go very well. I swear, it's not what you think. Let me show you. I'll show you what I'm supporting. It's this geeky guy on the internet. Okay, next up. Are we going to the no 2 cards yet? Okay, who has no card yet? I think we got Sheila. Maybe we're now on to no 2 cards yet. Oh, we have a super chat here. Let's not forget the super chat. Not a real card, but Uktabi Kong. For the memes. Oh, you mean like a silver border card? 8 mana for an 8/8. They're getting it on in the background. You know, someone got it on. Tap 2 untapped apes you control. Put a 1/1 green ape creature token into play. Yeah, OnlyFans for the not safe for work Magic gameplay. What, where I swear all the time? Yeah, all the merfolk nudes. Speaking of which, we've had surprisingly few waifu cards this stream. I guess. Okay, does anyone... Okay, we're gonna go to no 2 cards yet now. Indiana Jones. The Hornet Cannon. Glad we got everybody. If you have if you still have a no card yet situation, you can always let me know in the comments. Okay, it's a 4 mana artifact, pay 3, tap, put a 1/1 colorless insect artifact creature token with flying and haste named Hornet onto the battlefield. Destroy it at the beginning of the next end step. Huh? Why? Oh, because we're blowing it up. Hold on, what's going on here? So we put a 1/1. It's flying and haste, so we're just pinging someone for 1. This is like this is literally like the saddest token generator of all time. I have to blow up my I have to blow up my baby. Marcio needs a card. Marcio had a card. Marcio's getting a second one. Go Shintai yourself. Sorry. It's really Go Shintai of Life's Origin. I feel like we could make that a thing in Magic the Gathering. Just go Shintai yourself. 4 mana, 3/4 Shrine. Pay 5. Return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And whenever Go Shintai of Life's Origin or another non-token shrine enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 colorless shrine enchantment creature token. We got B! Did we do Mortal Coil? Nope. B lore. 4 mana artifact, tap, remove 2 cards. in your graveyard from the game to draw a card. Now, if damage would be dealt to you, prevent that damage. Remove a card in your graveyard from the game for each 1 damage prevented this way. When there are no cards in the graveyard, you lose the game. This has nothing to do with babies. This thing make no babies. This card is fixed. Have your pet spayed and neutered. Okay, let's go to Benjamin Pentavus. With 7 mana, 0/0 construct. Pentavus enters the battlefield with 5 +1/+1 counters on it. Now pay 1, remove a +1/+1 counter from Pentavus. We create a 1/1 colorless Pentavite. It's another one of these cards. Artifact creature token with flying. You know, if it wasn't good back then, I don't see how this card is going to be any better today at 7 mana. And then at pay 1, sacrifice Pentavite, put a +1/+1 counter on Pentavus. Jess, Sliver Queen. No 2 cards yet. Okay, I have a question for everyone. Who's the dad? Who's the daddy of Sliver Queen? 5 mana, 7/7. Constantly puts out 1/1 colorless Sliver creature tokens onto the battlefield for 2 mana. Where's the father? The father's not in the lore or something. Did I misread the coil card? Which coil card? Oh, you got the wrong card? Oh, I see. I got the... Oh, did I get the wrong coil card? Life finds a way. Sometimes. Do slivers even have males? I assume so. Or was it the wrong name? Well, what was the name? Okay, hold on. What was... Something coil, right? Let's look up all the coils. There's a million coils. Ah, it's 26 coils. The husbands of Sliver Queen, the mock Sliver. Sounds funny. So it wasn't the immortal coil. Then what the hell was it? If you got mortal coil, not... Oh, it's mortal coil. There's 2 different coils out there. Mortal and immortal. No, but it only shows this one. It must be a fake card or something. Coiling Rebirth. Oh. That's a very different card now. Okay, we found something. 5 mana sorcery. Gift a card. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, this is not a permanent card. Must be a permanent card to qualify for the show. Cards that make babies. Okay, we got Finn with Squirrel Catapult. Make babies, then fling them. Squirrel Catapults? Does this thing exist? People are just throwing at me like cards that are fake. Does Squirrel Catapult exist? Squirrel Sanctuary. No, such card does not exist. I tried to look it up. Maybe I was getting trolled. Okay, Quill with Spawning Pit. 2 mana. Artifact. Sack a creature. Put a charge counter on Spawning Pit. Also pay 1. Remove 2 charge counters from Spawning Pit to put a 2/2 colorless spawn artifact creature token onto the battlefield. Very nice. Very, very nice. It's like a weird breeding pool. Or when you die, is this where you show up? Is this the respawn point? Get it? Alright, next. They're thinking of Acorn Catapult. Oh, you know your Acorn Catapult. That sounds right. 4 mana. Artifact. Pay 1. Tap. Acorn Catapult deals 1 damage to target creature or player. That creature's controller or that player puts a 1/1 green squirrel creature token onto the battlefield. Well, you know what? The good news is that the squirrel survived. That's the most important part. The squirrel lived. Yeah, Toads has this exact catapult, at exact scale in his backyard. Okay, Nolan, Hamad, spawning bed. We're spawning things now. Ugh. Okay, are we spelling these cards properly? I don't know it. Oh, it's Homerid. Okay, who was wrong? Was it me or you? Where are you? Where is this thing? Spawning. Okay, I'm just gonna have to leave it. Blue, enchantment. Now pay for 3 mana, sack a blue creature, put an X 1/1 blue Camerid creature tokens into play, where X is the sacrifice creature's converted mana cost. Good God. It's like an alien where they like eat out of the person's stomach. Can you imagine Toads, the deranged hermit with an acorn catapult shooting acorns at his neighbors? I can. I'm sure the police will have a word with him a little bit. It's probably an awkward thing for even the neighbors to think about, because of like, are we gonna call the police over this lunatic that's shooting acorns at us? Emrakul with Zekdar Shrine. Toads is like, yeah, that's me. 2-mana enchantment, landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may put a quest counter on Zekdar Shrine Expedition. Remove 3 quest counters from Zekdar Shrine Expedition and sack it. Put a 7/1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste onto the battlefield. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. We have 1/7/1. We spawned a baby from the center of the earth. All right, that's it. I think that was a pretty good show. Oh, you want something here at the end, Marcio? You're squeezing that in before the show ends. Making babies, nothing can beat. Splendid Genesis. The Richard Garfield card. Green. Sorcery. Shuffle cards in the game together and deal them into 3 decks. The game continues with a new player. I wonder what happened to Richard Garfield's kid. Are they like a game designer themselves, or they just play games? Maybe the kid tests Richard Garfield's games. As usual, we do this 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. And thank you very much for everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you so much, my coffee crew, for being here today. Giving your suggestions. People like Marcio, Toads, Kano, Argentina, Little Deadfly. We got Old Boy, Christopher B, Steve Cooper, Benjamin Berkey, The Damn Draws, Matthew Green, Bell, David Sampson, Emrakul, and more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees. We're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.